Hello guys. So today we'll be studying verbal ability, the grammar section. But before we proceed with that, let us first understand what all is asked in your exams. Okay. So first and foremost, reading comprehension. Now, what is reading comprehension? Reading comprehension is nothing but a paragraph is given, few questions are given, and then you have to answer them based on the paragraph. I'm sure you must have done this in school, but here the difficulty level will be a bit higher. The second thing that will be asked is vocabulary. Now, again, vocabulary questions too we have done in our school time. There are questions like synonyms, antonyms, find the odd one out, analogy, etc. Again, the difficulty level will just be a bit more than your school level. The next one will be grammar. I know you have done grammar in your school, etc., but here we are going to study a lot of new rules that you might have not studied at that time. So we'll dig deeper into the grammar section here. That's what we'll be doing today. And the last section is verbal ability. Now in verbal ability, there will be few new questions like parajumble, summary, fact, inference, judgment. These are completely new to you and they'll be taught to you in the class. So now let us begin with the grammar section. Before we begin with the rules, let us first do a quick revision of what we have studied in the school. So if I talk about the parts of speech, there are few parts of speech. The first one is our favorite, noun. Now, what is a noun?
Name, place, animal thing.
Right, it is name, place, animal thing. So noun is anything that can be a name of a person, place. So this marker is a noun. This board is noun. Vishwa is noun. Bottle is noun. Dustbin is noun. Classroom is noun. Everything is noun. Okay. So name, place, animal thing. That's right. Now, what is pronoun?
Something that defines the noun.
Rather than defining noun, we can say something that replaces the noun. So, instead of saying Vishwa, please sit here, Vishwa, open your book, I will say, please open your book, you should sit here. So, if I'm talking to you, I'll say you. She, he, it, I, we, all of these are pronouns. So, they are used instead of a noun, right? Alright, next, verb.
Action.
Any action is verb. So we know that I am teaching, this is verb, you are studying, it is verb, dancing, singing, all of these are verbs. Also, I am here. What is a verb in this? I am here? Am, yes. So verb is not just an action verb, but कुछ होना, जैसे मैं यहाँ पे हूँ तो I am here, that is also verb. These verbs are called linking verbs or also auxiliary verbs, which tell you how many persons are there and also the tense. About this later. For now, verb is an action word. Okay. What's an adjective?
Explains more about the verb.
Explains more about the word.
Explains more about the noun.
Noun, yes, it's about a noun. So anything that gives more information about noun, that is a adjective. So beautiful girl, beautiful becomes an adjective. Thick pen, thick becomes an adjective. A fast cycle, fast or speedy becomes an adjective. Now also remember, all the colors and all the numbers are always going to be adjective. So this is a black marker and this is one marker. So black is an adjective, one is an adjective. So remember, all colors and numbers are adjective. Okay. So it gives more information about noun. Okay, what's an adverb?
Gives more information about the verb.
Very good. Gives more information about verb. So, if I say she danced beautifully, okay? Now, beautifully, or gracefully becomes an adverb because it is giving more information about the way she danced. So anything that gives you more information about the verb is an adverb. Is this clear? Mostly ly से end होने वाले words adverb होते हैं, but that does not mean कि सारे adverb ly से ही end होते हैं. Example, I am kind of bored today. Okay, तो kind of is giving more information about मैं कितनी बोर हुई हूँ. ठीक है, kind of bored today. So kind of is also an adverb here, but please note that kind of is not ending with ly. Okay, ly से end होने वाले मोस्टली सारे वर्ड्स एडवर्ब होते हैं, बट सारे एडवर्ब ly से end नहीं होते. I hope that is clear. Okay, so adverb gives more information about verb, but wait a minute. I'll give you an example here. He is a very poor farmer. Okay, so very poor farmer. Now you tell me, यहाँ पे farmer क्या है? Quick.
No.
Very good. This is noun. What is poor?
Adjective.
Adjective. It gives you more information about the noun. What is very? What's very? Okay, let's do this. What is he?
Pronoun.
Pronoun. What is his? Verb. That's an article. We'll come to that later. What is very? Very is giving more information about what?
Poor farmer.
Poor farmer के बारे में. तो we know farmer poor है, लेकिन कितना poor है? Very poor है. तो very आपको बोल रहा है कि कितना poor है, right? So very is giving you more information about poor. So very is an adverb. So anything that gives you more information about an adjective also is an adverb. So it gives you more information about verb, adjective. Stay with me. He drives very fast. He is a pronoun. What is drives?
Verb.
Very good. What is fast? Fast is giving more information about driving. So fast is an
Adverb.
adverb. Very good. What is very? Now
Adverb.
very is giving more information about what?
Fast.
Fast. So very is giving more information about the adverb itself. That also becomes an adverb. So adverb gives you more information about verb, adjective and adverb. Is this clear? Alright. Now that you know what an adverb is, let us move to the next part of speech, which is a preposition. What's a preposition? Okay, preposition is something that gives more information about method, direction, location or time. So if I were to say that, the marker is the table, we will not understand ki marker the table kya. Marker is on the table, you know the location, it is below the table, it is under the table, it is aside beside the table. Now you understand ki marker exactly kidhar hai. So it gives you more information about the location. Similarly, it also gives more information about direction. Please move ahead, or the bus depot is besides the mall. So this tells you where it is. Time, I will call you at 7 p.m. So at is telling me about the time and also the method. You have to cover it with lid. So now with is the preposition because it tells you ki kaise cover karna. It's telling you the method. So all of these are prepositions. Is this clear? Okay. Next is conjunction. Conjunction क्या है?
Something that replaces a full stop.
Something that replaces a full stop. Always
Joins two sentences.
it joins two sentences. It's like वो ट्रेन के डब्बे को join करते हैं. That's conjunction. So conjunction क्या करता है? Joins two sentences. So or clauses. So if I don't want to say two sentences, let's say I like reading, आई लाइक टीचिंग। तो क्यों ऐसे बोलेंगे कि आई लाइक रीडिंग फुल स्टॉप, आई लाइक टीचिंग फुल स्टॉप? आई वुड रादर से आई लाइक रीडिंग एंड टीचिंग। एंड ने क्या किया, दो सेंटेंसेस को ज्वाइन कर दिया। दिस ब्रिंग्स इकोनॉमी टू योर स्पीकिंग और टू योर सेंटेंस। ऑलराइट, नेक्स्ट इज इंटरजेक्शन। डू यू रिमेंबर दिस? इंटरजेक्शन क्या है?
No.
स्कूल में किया था। आउच, अलास, गॉश लाइफ में यूज नहीं करते लेकिन किया है स्टडी। क्या है ये?
Exclamation.
यस, exclamatory words. So these are nothing but they show intense feeling. Okay, words like ouch, alas, oh my, all of these are nothing but interjections. So these are your parts of speech. All right. अब थोड़ा आर्टिकल भी रिवाइज कर ही ले, इतना सारा रिवाइज किया है तो। व्हाट्स एन आर्टिकल? कितने आर्टिकल्स थे, कितने आदमी थे?
The, and.
ओके, सबसे पहले द इज अ डेफिनेट आर्टिकल एंड ये दोनों है इनडेफिनेट। क्योंकि ना अगर मैं आपको बोलती हूँ गिव मी अ पेन, तो आपको नहीं पता है कि मुझे रेड ब्लू कौन सा पेन चाहिए, कौन सा वाला। इट जस्ट सीम्स कि कोई भी पेन चलेगा, तो इट्स इनडेफिनेट। ओके, बट इफ आई टेल यू गिव मी द पेन, तो आपको पता है मैं कौन से पेन की बात कर रही हूँ। दैट्स डेफिनेट, दैट इज द। ठीक है, ये तीन आर्टिकल्स है। एंड जो है वो कब यूज होता है?
Before a verb.
आर यू श्योर इट्स बिफोर अ वॉवेल? ओके, सो ओके, अम्ब्रेला क्या है? एन अम्ब्रेला।
And.
Okay, because that's a vowel. Okay, honest, is it a vowel?
No.
So why before a vowel? It is not used before a vowel, it is used before the sound of vowel. Okay, तो अगर sound है तो ही हम उसे यूज करेंगे। honest में अ का साउंड आता है। अब ये साउंड्स कैसे पहचानेंगे? तो आई होप यू हैव स्टडीड थोड़ा मराठी हिंदी। ठीक है, तो मराठी हिंदी में हम सोचेंगे। सो आपको अ आ इ ई पता है?
Yes.
आहा तक।
Yes.
उसके बाद वो चालू होता है क ख ग घ ब्ला 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 टिल द लास्ट न्य। ठीक है, ये सारे समझ लो कॉन्सोनेंट्स है, और यहाँ पे जो आता है दैट इज योर वॉवेल साउंड। अब आपको बस ऐसे सोचना है कि कोई भी आप मराठी में ट्रांसलेट करके या हिंदी में ट्रांसलेट करके देखो, अगर ये साउंड आता है तो वॉवेल लगाएंगे, अगर ये वाला साउंड नहीं आता तो हम अ या द लगा देंगे। लेट्स ट्राई दिस। ऑनेस्ट अ एंड FIR कैसे बोलेंगे? विल आई से फयार?
No.
हाउ विल आई से? एफ। ओह, दिस इज एक एफ, राइट? तो ए आया,
Yes.
तो ए आया तो ए तो अपना कहीं पे तो इधर आता है ना, तो इट्स एन। ठीक है, और एक MLA,
And.
बिकॉज यू विल नॉट से मले, यू विल से अगेन MLA। ओके, यूनिवर्सिटी,
Oh.
क्योंकि यूनिवर्सिटी में हमें यू तो दिख रहा है लेकिन हम क्या करते हैं? यूनिवर्सिटी, य आया, य कहीं पे तो इधर आता है, कॉन्सोनेंट्स में आता है, एंड नहीं आता तो ये नहीं आएगा इधर। इज दिस क्लियर?
Yes.
ओके, ऑलराइट। अब और द, इट्स नॉट एज इजी जैसे हमें लगता है कि हाँ अगर ये है तो अदरवाइज द। यूजुअली इज्जत इधर देनी है ना आपको, वहां पे हमें द यूज करना है। ठीक है, ऑल द रिस्पेक्टिंग थिंग्स। ठीक है, अगर मुझे बोलना है हिमालयाज, तो एक ही हिमालय अपने पास, ठीक है, बहुत सारे है क्या? नहीं, तो हम वहां पे द हिमालयाज बोलेंगे। सारे सेक्रेड बुक्स को भी आ जाएगा। ठीक है, द भगवद गीता, द बाइबल, द कुरान। ओके, जो एक ही है, वन ऑफ इट्स काइंड, ठीक है, उससे आएगा। जैसे गंगा, ठीक है, तो हम गंगा नहीं बोलेंगे ना, गंगा हैज सम सेक्रेड वैल्यू, इट्स वन ऑफ इट्स काइंड, द गंगा रिवर। ओके, पीएमओ, ठीक है, द पीएमओ, क्योंकि एक ही है, ठीक है, ये समझ में आया। तो एवरीवेयर वेयर यू हैव टू गिव रिस्पेक्ट हम द यूज करेंगे, ठीक है। अदरवाइज अगर इट्स नॉट वॉवेल, इट्स नॉट इज्जत वाला, तो हम अ यूज करेंगे। जो बॉडी पार्ट्स भी है, बिकॉज दे आर जस्ट वन, ठीक है, द हेड इज पेनिंग, हेड इज पेनिंग नहीं, माई चलेगा। अदरवाइज द बॉल हिट हेड नहीं, अ हेड नहीं, द हेड, बिकॉज इट्स जस्ट वन बॉडी पार्ट। सारे इंस्ट्रूमेंट्स आ गए, ठीक है, म्यूजिकल इंस्ट्रूमेंट्स आ गए, ठीक है। आई वॉज प्लेइंग तबला, आई वॉज प्लेइंग द तबला, ठीक है, ये समझ में आ गया।
Yes.
ओके, अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट ऑल्सो टू टेल कि जब हम स्पेसिफिकेशन की बात करते हैं, तो लेट्स टेक एन एग्जांपल। मेरी दोस्त है प्रिया, जो बचपन से मेरी दोस्त है, माय फैमिली नोज हर, उसका फोन आया है घर पे। तो टेल मी इन हिंदी कि मेरे पेरेंट्स मुझे कैसे कन्वे करेंगे दैट शी हैज कॉल्ड,
प्रिया का कॉल आया था।
प्रिया का कॉल आया था, राइट। एंड अगर अभी किसी अलग सुप्रिया का कॉल आया है, ठीक है, अब ये सुप्रिया कौन है उनको पता नहीं है, पहली बार उसका फोन घर पे आया है। नाउ व्हाट विल दे टेल मी, हाउ विल दे कन्वे,
किसी सुप्रिया का
किसी सुप्रिया का कॉल आया, परफेक्ट। तो प्रिया का कॉल आया और किसी सुप्रिया का कॉल आया में डिफरेंस है। सिमिलरली अगर मुझे बोलना है दैट प्रिया हैज कॉल्ड, तो आई विल से इनडेफिनेट में, डेफिनेट में प्रिया हैज कॉल्ड। व्हाई? बिकॉज I know the Priya, but if I don't know the Priya, then how will my parents convey? They will say, "Oh, Priya has called." Okay? Or there's a Mr. Gupta at the door. Okay? ये समझ में आया because it's indefinite. We don't know. ये समझ में आया difference? Okay. चलो. Now we'll start with the rules. We are going to study a rule about indefinite pronouns. What is indefinite pronouns? So let us understand the types of pronouns. The first type is personal pronoun. Now, what is a personal pronoun? All the usual pronouns that you know. I, you, he, she, it. All of these are personal pronouns. Okay. Now, next one is reflexive pronoun. Let's understand this with an example. If I say मैंने खुद उसे देखा, तो जब मैं बोलती हूँ कि मैंने खुद उसे देखा, the same thing if I had to say in English, I would say I myself saw him. So this myself, herself, himself, all of these are reflexive pronouns. Okay. Now please note here that reflexive pronouns cannot sustain without personal pronouns. I can't say myself saw him, himself came here. No, I'll have to say I myself saw him, he himself came to the class. तो यहाँ पे you always have to use personal pronouns along with the reflexive pronouns. They cannot come alone. Okay. The next are demonstrative pronouns. That is the AC I was talking about. This is the pen I wanted. Those are the children that came here yesterday. That, this, those. What I'm doing is I'm demonstrating कि वो देखो वो, this. All of these are demonstrative pronouns. That, this, those. Clear? Next is relative pronoun. This relates you back to something that I was saying. If I say, Vishwa is the girl who called me yesterday. So this who is telling me the relation between calling and Vishwa. Vishwa is the person who called me yesterday. So this who is giving me the relationship. So Vishwa is the person who called me. This is the pen which I was talking about. That I was talking about. Okay, which that ka difference we will study in our upcoming lectures, but for now these are all the relative pronouns. The next one is interrogative pronoun. So all the W words, who, which, where, how, not how, who, where, which, whom, all of these are asking questions. Whom did you meet yesterday? Who was there with you? All of these, which is the pen that I want, so which of course यहाँ पे भी आता है and it will come here as well. So all the W words are interrogative pronouns. Then there are reciprocal pronouns. Reciprocal relates back. Okay, so if I say we are not talking with each other, so each other, so we are talking about two people here, they do not talk about one another, so one another, all of these are reciprocal pronouns. And the last one is indefinite. Indefinite pronouns mein you don't know there are how many people. If I say anybody can do this, somebody told me this, everybody was at the concert. Now everybody means how many people? Were there 5 people? Were there 50? Or were there 500 people? We do not know. So indefinite pronouns are those in which you don't know how many people or students or what was the number of people there. Okay, so these are indefinite pronouns. I hope you understood all the types of pronouns. Now we are going to study about indefinite pronouns. Do you remember one rule that we studied at school? Subject and verb agreement. If your subject is singular, your verb will be singular. If your subject is singular, your verb will also be singular. And if your subject is plural, your verb will also be plural. ठीक है? इसको हम quickly revise करते हैं. If I say he, तो यहाँ पे R बोलोगे क्या? He is studying. He are studying or he is studying?
He is studying.
Is studying. And they
Are studying.
are studying. ये यहाँ तक सब बहुत ही सिंपल सिंपल चल रहा है. Now please understand subject मतलब mostly जो आपके noun pronoun रहेंगे, in that if you add an s it becomes plural. So marker, markers, bottle, bottles, finger, fingers. After adding an s it becomes plural. Is this clear? But verb में उल्टा होता है. So at verb, by adding an s, it becomes singular. Let us understand this. He talks. We will not say he talk. We will say he talks. And they talk. Please pay attention. This was singular, this was plural. Now ये singular ही है. Do not confuse it as अच्छा तो singular noun के साथ plural verb. No, ये singular ही है. But जब verb में s लगता है तो वो singular होता है. And when you remove the s, it becomes plural. So repeat behind me. Talks is a singular verb. Repeat.
Talks is a singular verb.
Talk is a plural verb.
Talk is a plural verb.
Okay? Alright, now if this is clear, our rule here is that indefinite pronouns will always take singular verb because we do not know how many people are there. So if I say everybody dash attending the concert, what do you think? यहाँ पे is आएगा या are आएगा?
Is.
Is. Remember this rule. Indefinite, always a singular verb. So everybody is attending. I know there are a lot of people, but we will say is because we are taking that as one. हम उन सारों को as one collectively सोच रहे हैं. One more example. Each of the girls dash studying. Is या are? Now, what are indefinite pronouns? So we did study that they are everybody, somebody, nobody, blah blah blah. But also each, either, neither, all of these are also indefinite pronouns. Okay, so an entire list of this is given in your books. Now, having said that ये सारे indefinite है, so of course each is an indefinite pronoun. I have told you that much. Now tell me, what do you think will be the answer? Is. Don't get misled by girls. I know girls is plural, but you have to remember कि अगर each है, यहाँ पे कुछ भी आ जाए, it will always be singular. So each of the girls is studying. Chalo, one more example. Neither of the students dash interested. Is yaar. Neither of the students is interested. I hope this rule is clear to you. Moving ahead with the next one. Okay. All right. So there are many more rules to do, but for now, let us just revise everything that we have done. So I'll be asking you quick questions. Let's see if you remember. What do you think will be the answer? Everybody dash before the exam. Studies or study? Studies. Why? सुनने में अच्छा लगता है? No. Studies is singular. Remember, verb के end में s आता है तो it's singular, and this is plural. Everybody is indefinite pronoun, so indefinite will take singular verb. Hence, studies. Very good. Next, each of the girls dash during concert. Sing or sings? Sing. Why? Can you tell me why you chose sing?
Because each is an indefinite pronoun.
Very good. Each is an indefinite pronoun. Very good. Till here you're right. Okay. So which kind of verb do we need to use? Singular. Very good. We need a singular verb here. Very good. Now which is a singular verb between sing and sings? Very good. Because sing is plural, sings is singular. Remember, if there's an S, it's singular. So answer will be sings during the concert. Is this clear?
Yes.
Okay. Alright. Now, you know that personal pronouns are I, me, he, she, it. But now, for every sentence, there's a subject and an object. The teacher is conducting the lecture. Teacher becomes a subject and the lecture which is being conducted becomes the object. Now, similarly, pronouns some pronouns can be used as subject, some can be used as object. For example, I will come as a subject, but if it comes at the place of object, it will be me. He, him. She, her. They, them. Who, whom. We, us. Easy enough? Now let us understand how this plays a vital role while constructing sentences. So, It is just dash at the door. Yes. What would be the answer? I and me में से
Me at the front.
That's what comes to our mind because that's how we speak. It is just me at the door. But me is not used as a subject. It is just dash at the door is an active voice. Door पे मैं हूँ. मैं door पे हूँ. This is active voice. That is why it is just I at the door. Okay. Let's do one more example. I am taller than she या her. I am taller than her or I am taller than she?
She, because it's a subject.
Yes. I know we speak that I am taller than her, but I am taller than she because it's a subject. मैं टॉल हूँ वो भी टॉल है अगर मैं टॉल हूँ इज एन एक्टिव वॉइस तो वो टॉल है ये भी तो एक्टिव वॉइस है सो शी इज टॉल सो शी इज लाइक साइलेंट हियर बट वी डोंट राइट इट लेट्स डू वन मोर एग्जांपल it was okay they or them
Them.
it was they who called active voice उन्होंने call किया it was they who called I'm doing mostly active voice examples because passive voice बहुत easy है आपको पता है कि me he ship but the thing is कि आप यही active voice में भी use करने की गलती करते हो that is why we are doing active voice examples all right let's take a passive voice example give it back to John or I or me?
Me.
Me. This is a passive voice example because I am not doing anything here. You are supposed to give it back to me. I am in the passive voice, so answer will be me because this is when an object is used. I hope this is very clear.
Yes.
Okay. The next concept is that versus which. I know there's a lot of confusion revolving around this topic, so let's address it. Now, let's start this with an example. The game which Joel likes is Monopoly. Now, how to solve this? Firstly, which के साथ जो जो words आ रहे हैं okay so understand identify the clause which Joel likes which के साथ ये words आ रहे हैं तो ये हमने underline कर लिया now without it पढ़ के देखो the game is Monopoly if out of nowhere I come and tell you guys the game is Monopoly will you understand does it make any sense to you no so ये जो बीच में दिया है it's important when it is important you use that is it clear one more example the tomatoes which you purchased yesterday are rotten how will we do this come on tell me which के साथ क्या क्या words आ रहे हैं
Which you purchased.
which you purchased yesterday
Yes.
yesterday now read it the tomatoes are rotten if out of nowhere I come and tell you guys the tomatoes are rotten कौन से tomatoes तो ये बीच में वाला part is giving you information which is vital so we will use that so I hope you understood that is to be used when it is important okay so what about which the tomatoes from her garden, which or that, let's see what to use, grew larger than any grocery, that we find in any grocery store, are sweet. Okay, tell me ये which या that के साथ क्या क्या आएगा?
Grew larger than we find in any grocery store.
Okay, ये पूरा. Now read the sentence without this. The tomatoes from her garden are sweet. Does it make full sense or not?
Yes.
If I tell you the tomatoes from her garden are sweet, it's making full sense, which means ये जो information है, this is unnecessary. This is just extra information, not really vital to your sentence. Hence, we will use which. So which we use when it's not very important, and that we use when it's very important. I hope this is clear. We will study more in detail about more of our rules, principles, and understand grammar in more funnier ways in our upcoming lectures. For now, that is all. Do you have any doubts?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay, so what I want you to do is now today itself or tomorrow, make sure कि आप इसके questions सारे group में से कर लो, because अभी अभी आपके दिमाग में एकदम fresh concepts है, so अभी ही घर पे जाके आपको ये सारे solve करने हैं, and in case of any doubts you will get back to me. For now, that is all. We will study more about grammar in our upcoming lectures. Bye.